Bitcoin saw the dump yesterday from a rejection from the 61.80% right here. We have seen a further drop. Guys, in today's video, we are going to talk about what we can expect next in the Bitcoin price, which levels are important to watch, especially in the coming days. And there are some very, very important levels I want to share with you. Then guys, we are also going to have a look at China, who is banning Bitcoin again, and what kind of effect that could have on the Bitcoin price. We are going to have a look at the funding raise. I want to have a quick talk about Michael Saylor with some of the things that he is saying right now. So guys, all about that in today's video. Before we are jumping into the Bitcoin price action, guys, let's take with every single one of us 1 single minute, scroll below this video and hit the thumbs up button. Guys, that is very much appreciated. Yesterday we almost reached 250 likes on yesterday's video. It would be awesome if today we could get over a 300 likes. Then for all the traders out there who are interested in trading Bitcoin or a variety of altcoins, I'm recommending 2 exchanges. One exchange is the Bybit platform, where you can get right now a major bonus of $5,635 US. And on the Femex platform, right now you can get a bonus of $2,000 US, where you can trade Bitcoin and a variety of altcoins with leverage, but also on the spot market. So for all the traders who are interested in Bybit or Femex, you can find my affiliate links down below this video. Then guys, let's jump right into it. And yeah, we have been actually quite accurate lately with predicting the Bitcoin price. We have been longing Bitcoin right here at the exact bottom, and right here we have been shorting Bitcoin at the exact top. And right now it's going to be interesting what Bitcoin is going to do next. Like, first of all, it still looks like we are seeing a bearish structure in the Bitcoin price. But yeah, more about that in a bit. Let's first go to the weekly time frame, because there are some important developments happening which might have a big influence on Bitcoin in next week. So first of all, I want to bring out 2 important key moving averages, which is the 20-week moving average. That's the blue line right here, and the yellow line is the 21 weekly EMA. So guys, normally when we are trading above these levels, and these levels can act as support, that is a very bullish sign for Bitcoin. However, once we are getting weekly closes below these levels in historical price action, most of the time that has been leading to a further correction. Right now Bitcoin is trading below the 21 weekly EMA, but still above the 20 weekly EMA. So yeah, it is important that it would be awesome that by the end of this week we don't get that weekly close, also not below the 21 week EMA, because that is just pointing out weakness and can cause a lot of panic in the markets, which will lead to a bigger sell-off. So that is something to take in mind, guys. This weekly close is going to be very, very important. I think the most decisive thing would, of course, be a decisive close below both of these levels, or a decisive close above both of these levels. If we can hold these levels as support, that is a signal for continuation. And if we lose these levels as support, get a weekly close below these levels, then that is a signal that we might be in for a further correction. And that's actually almost all the time happening once we are getting that weekly close below these levels. So that is just something to take in mind, that is a very bearish signal basically on the weekly time frame if we were to lose these levels. Then guys, let's go to the daily time frame. First, let me get rid of the moving averages. And yeah, like I've said in my previous videos, we are getting rejected from a former support level on the relative strength index. We have seen this one already coming before it happens, right? So this is a bearish signal on the daily time frame, showing us that we could be in for a further drop right here. Then guys, let's go to the 4-hour time frame. And guys, the reason that we got rejected at the 61.80% is basically a sign that this move is a retracement from the drop we have seen right here. So that is a bearish sign, also showing us that we could be seeing a continuational drop. When I measure the Fibonacci retracement tool from the top right here to the bottom, then you can see that we got rejected at the 50% Fibonacci level, which is also slightly bearish, because that could mean that this would be a retracement from the move we have seen so far right here. So that is something to take in mind. The structure right now in Bitcoin is not too bullish. However, there are a lot of other signals pointing to bullish continuation, like models like the stock to flow model and on-chain metrics are definitely looking more bullish. However, those metrics are often not great indicators for short-term price predictions, what we are often doing right here on the channel, right? So those are more the signals we want to use for the coming months. And I do think that for the coming months, Bitcoin is looking bullish and will continue to trend up. However, in the shorter term time frame, right here on the daily time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, we are still in a bearish structure, which we have to recognize, which is basically telling us that the likelihood right now is more likely that we are going to see lower levels. And what I've said in the past as well is that we could be seeing something like this. I said it yesterday that we were to set another lower low somewhere right here, but in the RSI we are actually doing the opposite, which will create that divergence, because that is actually the wait for now. In my opinion, we have to wait till Bitcoin has completely finished this correction, till we have clear signals that Bitcoin has finished this correction and that we are seeing those major divergences going on in these momentum indicators, which is basically showing us that Bitcoin is trending from this downtrend back into a uptrend. So normally what we are seeing with Bitcoin is we don't really have a moment that we have like a V-shaped recovery. It happens now and then, but it's not the more probable scenario. Most of the time we have a downtrend, then we have a form of consolidation where the price is showing indecisive movement. We are seeing this with all the other cryptocurrencies actually as well. But what we are seeing in the background, in the metrics, in the indicators, is that there's a huge shift going on. There's a huge shift from bearish momentum to bullish momentum while the price is actually consolidating. And that is the moment that we can say, like, okay, right now we are seeing a reversal actually taking place. And right now that is not the case yet. We don't have those clear signals yet. The structure is still bearish in the shorter term time frame, and therefore I'm not turning bullish here as well, and I will expect Bitcoin to see lower levels until we are seeing evidence that that is changing. Right now the main resistance above us is this level, of course, in the short-term time frame, the 50% Fibonacci level from this move, which would be at 42,900. Then, guys, let's go to the 1-hour time frame. Let's have a look at what is happening right there. So, yeah, the indicator that we are building right here was actually quite precise in predicting that that drop right here. That was quite nice, because in this stop it also was quite precise with predicting that drop. The indicator right now is not yet available for public use, so I will only use it right here on the channel, that you know it. But yeah, if there are any signals flashing, I will share it right here in my video. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Then, guys, when we have a look at the structure of Bitcoin, then right now we could be seeing something like a potential rising wedge formation, a kind of continuation pattern, which we are seeing often. So what we have seen right here as well, we have a drop, we have a continuation pattern, which is this was also a rising wedge formation, something like that, with a uptrending support, uptrending resistance, price ranging between that, eventually break the support and continue this downtrend. So that is something we could be seeing right here as well. But yeah, like I said, for me to be convinced and to open back long positions, I definitely clearly want to wait until Bitcoin is going to see lower levels, or whether Bitcoin is going to show us a very clear reversal, which it is not showing us right now. So that is something to take in mind. Then, guys, we got a lot of news. And this was actually quite interesting. We got a lot of news that China bans Bitcoin again. And people always say, like, yeah, this was the reason of this dump. And of course, that is not the reason. News is never the reason of the dump, because we already could predict the rejection right here in the technicals. Of course, we cannot say with any certainty that we are going to see this big amount of a dump, but we can say that we are seeing a rejection. And what we are seeing often is that the technicals is predicting the price and the news is often aligning with the price. Then guys, let's have a look at this funny paper, because this funny paper is showing the China headlines and their impact on Bitcoin. So what we can see right here, for example, in 2014, a false report stating that the BPOC will halt all BTC transaction is released. Or right here in 2014, BTC China suspends yuan deposits from the China Merchant Bank amid pressures from the PBOC. So these are basically news articles which are declaring that Bitcoin is being banned in China, which we have heard already for many times, and eventually it never really worked out. But what we can see right here is the return after a period of time, and what we can see that the average return after 90 days is 53% after China bans Bitcoin. I thought this is just something funny to show you guys, and that this thought China bans Bitcoin is basically nothing you have to worry about in the longer term time frame. It's just something that belongs to the adoption process of a new technology, which we are seeing right now. Then guys, let's have a quick look at the funding rates. The funding rates right now are slightly negative. That means that the majority of the traders right now are shorting Bitcoin, but it's not the overly majority, which basically means that there is a healthy balance between people who are long and people who are short. And this is showing me that there actually is still space for Bitcoin to see more decline. If we would have seen right now a negative funding rate of minus 0.17, 18%, I would say most likely we are going to go up from here, because the majority right now can cause a short squeeze. But right now the vision is quite healthy between the amount of shorters and longs. So this is pointing to more downside right here in the Bitcoin price, after we have seen a certain pattern forming right here, and we are seeing a breakout, of course. Then guys, I want to have a quick talk about Michael Saylor, which is in this video telling to Raul, 1 year ago I told you to sell your gold and buy Bitcoin. Today I'm telling you to sell your altcoins and buy Bitcoin. And I just want to have a quick talk about that, not too much, but I've been in the space right now since 2016. And what I've seen in 2017 was that a lot of altcoin projects, they became very overpriced, while they actually didn't have a real world use case. Most of it was just speculation. And what we saw eventually in 2017, after Bitcoin topped out, we saw a lot of liquidity going to altcoins. We also had a peak there. But in the years after that, we have seen the altcoins bleeding against Bitcoin. So I'm not talking about US dollar, because Bitcoin and altcoins were both bleeding against the US dollar. But altcoins bleeding against Bitcoin was massive. So most altcoins, they lost 90 to 95%, maybe even more of their value against Bitcoin. So that is just something I want to warn every single one of you about, that I always compare it with the internet, right? Bitcoin is the internet, Bitcoin is the protocol. If you can own a piece of the internet, own a piece of the infrastructure, that is a very powerful thing, and is more a certainty than a gamble what you make. But if we have a look at the altcoins you could see as the companies that are built on top of the internet. Those have CEOs, they can make wrong decisions, they can go bankrupt, they can get sued. There is a lot of insecurity going on there. And we are not seeing that with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the revolution. Bitcoin is the new technology that's being adopted. I'm not saying that there is no real world use cases for some of the altcoins out there. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that if you invest in these altcoins for the longer term time frame, you carry actually quite a high risk. While with Bitcoin, I personally do think that risk is quite low, and the potential of Bitcoin is just massive. That's just something I wanted to share right here, guys. I'm happy to share my opinion on that. I do agree with the fact you can trade altcoins, get more Bitcoin. That is totally awesome. But for me personally, most of the time, I'm not investing into altcoins for the longer term time frame. And I'm seeing Michael Saylor talking about it right here as well. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Maybe for the ones who are watching right now, who've been here in 2017, they can confirm the story that I've been telling, right? That after we are seeing Bitcoin topping out, we have seen the altcoins bleed against Bitcoin, but also something we have to prepare ourselves a little bit for is that we might going to see a major crash in the stock markets, in the regular financial markets, in the world, in the coming months or in the coming years. And we might even see a situation happening like the Great Depression, like we have seen in 1929, where cash is basically king, right? And we don't know if that cash is going to be Bitcoin or it's going to be the dollar, right? Or the euro, probably not, but yeah. What I basically want to say is that if such a crisis is going to occur again, which a lot of indicators right now are pointing to that we could be seeing that over the next coming years, then we most likely are not going to see a lot of liquidity going into altcoins due to the fact that a lot of wealth will basically just disappear. So if we are going to see a crisis, most likely a lot of money will not be flowing into speculative assets like altcoins, which have sometimes an awesome idea but not even a product ready, or similar altcoins which can be always surpassed by a different altcoin with a better technology. So guys, do you think that altcoins are a great long-term investment, or do you think that it is important to own as much Bitcoin as possible? Guys, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Then okay guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed today's analysis, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to scroll below this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Guys, for all the traders out there who are interested in trading Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a variety of altcoins, I would highly suggest you to do that over on the Bybit exchange. You can trade there with margin, but you can also trade there over on the spot market. And right now there are actually quite a lot of bonuses going on Bybit, where right now you can get a bonus up to $5,635 US. So if you are interested in that, you can find my affiliate link down below to join Bybit. And if you are interested in the Femix platform, where you can trade Bitcoin, variety of altcoins, as well with leverage and also on the spot market, right now they have a bonus of $2,000 US, which you can claim if you use my sign up link down below. Then guys, I want to wish every single one of you an awesome day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.